Right hook challenge. Hi, Gio.
Oh, yeah.
I think Gio said he's going to do it today.
I can't do it today.
Tommy's kind of hurting.
Against the Ropes podcast.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
Against the Ropes podcast.
There's the ropes, number one.
Ali won't extend himself while out against the rope. But Ali smells right.
Against the ropes. All right. Mayweather back over the ropes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Against the Ropes podcast here. Gio Garcia alongside Christian Mosqueda. Episode number 111, huh? 111. Yeah, we are back. And as you see on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me know how we sound. There's a lot of us here. We are live on YouTube. Shout out to you, Sean, from Just Boxing. Shout out to Chicana Boxing also checking in. And a table full of guests. Chris.
Yeah, full house. I think this is the most guests we've had ever. Right? Full house. No, but we're happy to have you guys. Thank you guys for taking the time to come with us, spend some time. We know you guys have a busy schedule, a bit of a drive, so thank you. First of all, how were the tacos? Good?
They were amazing.
Awesome.
Salsa not too hot?
They were stuffy. It was good tacos. Yeah, I was hungry. That was perfect timing too.
Yeah, we were deciding like eat before, eat after. Let's eat before.
So we start dozing off in a food coma.
Yeah. You guys,
It's all
know
your
why.
fault.
Man, but yeah, guys, welcome. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in. This is episode 111. Feel free to be part of this conversation. We'll be reading. You're going to be reading your comments, your questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get it started.
What do we got? What do we got
What do
on
we
the
got?
table, man? Let's start from left to right.
We got Olympian 2016 medaled Mr. Nico.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It's an honor to be able to be out here in Cali and get a different little fan base and stuff.
Hey, there you go. Welcome, brother. to his left, we have the man that just made his debut, you know, in knockout fashion, you know, impressing everybody, of course, you know. None other than Mr. Ah, crap, fuck, spaced out, sorry, guys.
You got my name? Forgot my name?
Let's go to you.
I'm sorry, brother.
Too much pressure.
Too much
Hey,
pressure.
Ken.
And of course, we have
Alan Garcia.
Mr. Alan Garcia. Of course, to his left, we have the future of women's boxing, Miss Right Hook Roxy.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hey, and of course, it can't be complete without the team, the guys that do all the work behind. You know, we know that these guys get the credit, the boxers, you know, they're in front, but we also have the people that do the work behind the scenes, you know, making sure that they're on top of their game. You know, we have Miss Mosqueda over there. And Mr. Andy Aguilar.
Miss Alvarado, actually. Not Alvarado.
I gave the name back. It was borrowed. Remember?
It's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of names.
It was the
Coach
tacos.
G. You got Coach D.
Coach
right
G,
here.
there you go.
Yeah, man. Welcome back for you guys. Thank you guys for joining us once again. Andy, I see you over there. And Nico, welcome, man. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so let's get started with the fight. You know, first of all, how was it, man? Making your debut. I'll ask, how was it? Were you nervous to get your, you know?
Say his name, bro.
Nah, I wasn't very nervous. I was actually like pretty calm. It felt like almost like any other time I stepped into the ring, except for. But when I did get into the ring, I was like, man, I don't even got a headgear on, you know. But I mean, I it felt better for me because I felt more free. I didn't, you know, my head didn't feel all squished up in anything. But I wasn't really nervous. I was well prepared. You know, what can I say? We stopped after the first round, so. So I think I was well prepared, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to it. You know, I was confident. I was confident in my work and the work my team and I put in during our camp. So felt good. Felt really good.
Yeah, no, I was able to see the fight afterwards, and you know, I was like, man, done it like over in one round. Of course, people wanted to see you more, wanted to see what other skill set, but you know, you got the job done.
Yeah.
You know, so how soon can people expect you to come back?
Is it safe to say possibly next month or November?
Yeah.
We just kind of I'm letting my team handle that, actually. I'm letting my trainer manager handle all that. So, but yeah, I mean, we're going to be making a fight date announcement soon. Or when we get an official date, then we'll make an announcement. But I will fight before the year's over. That's guaranteed.
Did you envision the fight, you know, before you stepped in, how did you see the fight playing out? Did you think it was going to go more rounds? Did you want to get more rounds in? Did you want to just make a statement and get him out of there as soon as possible?
It wasn't that I was trying to get him out of there as soon as possible because, like, you know, it doesn't look good when you're trying to force a knockout. I just went in there. I did, you know, I went in there very calm. I just went in there, paced myself. I looked for shots that were open. I looked for what was landing and what wasn't landing. I was surprised I was surprised, like, with what I was hitting him with, that he finished the first round, and I thought we were gonna go into the second round. And I was like, okay, well, I know what he got. I'm gonna stop him in the second round. I'm gonna stop him this round, and then they came to the corner. They're like, nah, he's done. Like, he's not coming out of the corner, and so I just looked up and I was like, all right, we got it.
Coach, I'm gonna ask you, what are some things that you saw in the corner that you were like, I'm liking what I see, and was there anything that you wanted him to work on? Was it not enough rounds to see?
Well, we went in there with the mindset that he was well prepared with the work we put into him and the long camps, you know, and I was able to work with him on a lot of certain stuff. So when we went in there, I told him before we had, after he made his weight, and I got his, you know, him and I one-on-one, we were looking at, you know, certain things that we were supposed to do, that we're going to do, and just take it inside the ring, and we had a plan. And I honestly, the way this kid was working and the people he was sparring with, I knew he was going to get the knockout. I did tell him to pace himself, don't get overexcited. Just work on the stuff that we were working on and listen to the instruction, and you're in the best shape of your life right now. You're only 17. Like he said, we don't try to force a knockout because it looks desperate. Just the speed and the power and the leverage and balance that you have, you just got to touch him and it's all over with. So, because he's strong. He's a really strong kid, and he was excited to be in there, and he showed me that he was really hungry for it. So I saw it in him. And yeah, I kind of wanted, everybody wants that knockout right away, but I did want to see him go like maybe another round.
Roxy, Nico, you guys were there. Did you guys feel a little bit nervous? Just, him being, family to you guys, just knowing that he was in there without a headgear. What did you guys feel?
No, I wasn't nervous. I knew he was ready.
Yeah, like I
I
wasn't.
looked at him. I was like, man, this dude's shredded. He didn't really look too nervous at all. He looked pretty calm in there. The only thing that sucked is we didn't get to actually go inside and watch him. So
Yeah.
I had to watch him on the phone. No, we was there to support him, and I'm glad he got the W.
Roxy?
Oh, I thought that was just saying. No, but I already knew he was ready. I've been for weeks. I was seeing the work he was been putting in with the team, and I just already knew that. I felt confident. I wasn't worried. I wasn't nervous. I was more of like precaution because this is his first time as a pro. It's way different compared to amateurs, but I knew he was gonna get the job done, so it wasn't a big worry to me.
Yeah. And Coach Andy, couldn't be there, but you saw the fight. What are some of the messages that you told him before the fight and then after the fight?
Well, the work was done for Alan, and before he left to the fight with the team, just reminded him like he did all the work. It's like the work's done. It's just go in there and just show the world, what you got, and he did exactly that. And it was just, to me, I'm a huge boxing fan. I love boxing, and what I saw in that ring that night, was fantastic. It was just awesome. Just like Coach G was saying, that I wish I could have saw more rounds just for the fact that I just wanted to see that performance longer. But got him out of there, uncontrollable. It's, great performance, really great performance that I saw there.
They say that you never forget your debut. So Alan, what are some of the things that you remember the most about this debut?
Honestly, where I was like, I kept seeing it in my head, and I kept telling her, I was like, I'm just gonna see it. It was touching him with the jab and then going with the straight right to the body. Cause I don't think there was one time in the fight where when I threw it, I missed it. Like it landed, boom, and then the straight right to the body. But I won't forget the feeling of drinking my Pedialyte coconut water after weighing in. If you saw the weigh-in, I won't forget the weigh-ins because and not in a disrespectful way or anything, but it was funny because he was kind of imitating me, and it was funny because when we got there, he was on the phone with somebody. He's like, yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna fight, And he was like, this kid brought his mom. He's like, this kid brought his mom. He didn't even bring his trainer. He brought his mom, and we're just like, all right then,
You'll be crying for your mama tomorrow.
You sure did.
And so yeah, what people don't know is we got there. We were waiting. The weigh-ins took a long time, but it's pro boxing. We got there like an hour before I was supposed to fight. They had us just sitting there, and then they took us to the locker room, and then they're like, "Oh, you guys got 10 minutes to get ready. You're up in 10 minutes." And we're like, "What? Up in 10 minutes?" So she wrapped my hands. She wrapped both my hands as quick as possible. Threw on my uniform. Laced up all in a matter of 15 minutes, and I was warming up and everything. I was already warmed up, and they're like, "Oh, the power went out," and so I was already sweating, right? And I was ready, and I was like, they're like, "The power went out, so you gotta wait." We're like, "Okay," and so we waited, and they're like, "All right, back, the power's back on." So we started warming up again. They're like, "Oh, you gotta wait. We moved your fight," and we're like, "Okay." So I sat back down, and so I warmed up 3 times, but. At the end of the day, it was all worth it. But
it was worth it because the reason why they stopped us from being the first fight because there was no air time. And when they saw us meeting and warming up, the promoter says, "I want them on camera." And they had a little discussion. He said, "I don't care. I want him on camera." So I heard it, and I told him, I think we're going to be on TV, on live. And so they took us back to the dressing room, and we warmed up again. They said, hey, you changed your fight. You're actually number 3 because you're going to fight on live. So we took someone's TV time, but it was all worth it. Very worth it. He got a great debut experience and the exposure he needed.
Nice. Yeah, something that Gio mentioned. He's like, man, he didn't even get touched. If he wanted to fight, he could fight next week.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you-
we were offered that, but
Oh.
we could take. There was long camps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long camps. Got to let his body rest.
Yeah. When something like that happens, like what do you take into account other than like rest time? Do you want more time to see the opponent, scope out the opponent, or what else do you take into account?
All the above, but mostly for him is to get that rest because, as everyone knows, that he's been here for about 7 months, and we had 3 fights canceled. Like for instance, somebody made criticism that why did we fight in Mexico? Da 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 da. You just go out there to get these wins. I said we actually took our first fight. It was supposed to be in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
We took another fight that was supposed to be in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And we took another fight, and that was promised to us in, I forget where else, in Sonora.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get it done due to his age and the COVID situation. And they offered us a fight, and it says, this guy, he's 25 years old, and he has 6 fights. Give him to me. We'll take it. So we didn't really have time to study our opponent. Just kind of, got a little information, and we went from there. I said, I trust in your work. I trust in Andy's work. I trust in my work. I seen you run those mountains. I seen you do the strength and conditioning. I see the way your body has developed, and you're ready.
Yeah.
I seen the world-class sparring that you've had. You're only 17. You're ready for this guy. You're more than ready. So it was confident. So, of course, as trainers, good trainers, we have to protect our young guys, and we do look at the opponents who we're going to fight. We make the right decision from there.
Nice. Alan, like you said, your opponent criticized your coach, thinking she was your mother. I'm sure you guys are not new to the criticism. How do you guys deal with the criticism on social media and then out in the real world?
The way I deal with it is I'm just like, I just think to myself, I'm like, man, they got no idea. Like she puts in just as many hours, if not more, than a lot of coaches, male coaches that I know. Like I said before, the last time I was on, don't ask me what it's like being trained by a female. Ask me about what it's like, what it's like being trained by her, what she knows, what she's taught me, stuff like that. Like, because at the end of the day, she's a trainer, whether she's a female or whether if it was a male, at the end of the day, it's a trainer. Criticism in the real world, like, I was, like I said, I was confident when I went out there, so I was like, whenever I heard what he was saying and stuff, and he was saying like, oh man, if he comes out like a dog, I'm gonna come out like a dog too, and I just sit there and I was like, I'm humbled, and I was like, it's all right, let's do this then. Like, if anything, it boosted me a little more. When people, I see the haters, and when I see people like they want to judge off of me having a female trainer, it just gets me more excited because I'm like, I know we're gonna make history, and so it just gives me
Motivation.
it gives me motivation, it gives me confidence, because I know what we're gonna do, and it shows that people are paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that it is catching people's attention, because it's different. You don't have very many female trainers out there, so. Like I said, it just gives me motivation. It lets me know people are watching, whether they're haters, doubters, wishers, they're watching. So.
And you have been one of the best conditioning coaches over there in Andy
Yeah.
Aguilar. How did you feel? Did you feel strong? How did you feel stepping into that ring?
I felt amazing. It was, like I said, I warmed up 3 times and I still felt good. I was like that. He's one of the reasons I was so confident. Both of them. They're the reasons I was so confident because of my boxing training and my strength and conditioning. Like I felt good. My body felt good. My body looked good. I was just overall, like, all that stuff comes together. And when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you perform good, you know? And so I was just ready. I was in a good place mentally. I was in a good place physically. We got a full 6 weeks, so it felt good. I felt like I felt the changes throughout the camp. Like, I felt my body changing. I felt me getting faster. I felt my conditioning expanding, you know, getting better. And so, yeah, without them, I probably wouldn't have done so good in that fight. So thank you guys for that. I'm going to give you guys thanks.
So we have other members. We're gonna, talk over here to the man to your right, Mr. Nico Hernandez, who is also, talented himself. 2016 Rio Olympics, medaled in those Olympics. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Man, that was a once in a lifetime experience. You know what I mean? Just being there with top athletes from all around the world, and knowing that you're one of the top athletes in the world, and just put in a lot of work for it since I was like 9 years old. I done won every national tournament that you can think of. Lost maybe 2 national tournaments my entire boxing career. But no, it was just a great feeling being there with all the top athletes, and just knowing that you're the best in the world, and just working hard, and it just all paid off. And I was an underdog showing up there. They did not expect me to win a medal, but actually on the first day I got to Olympics, I thought I was out because we run on the track. I freaking rolled my ankle. And yeah, so I was off my ankle for like 10 days. It was swollen, like purple, fat. I called my dad. I was crying. I'm like, man, I'm not going to be able to fight. I just rolled my ankle. But no, we had one of like the doctors and stuff there, so she just taped it up and did a little bit of physical therapy for like
Mr. Miyagi little.
But now just taped it up, and during the fight did a little bit of physical therapy, and I got back on my feet and was able to like start doing a little bit of shadow boxing like probably like 3 days before my fight, and ended up going out there and winning. I kept winning. I beat the number 1 seed, the Russian. They didn't expect me to beat him, but I knocked him out and felt I felt really accomplished after that fight too. So, but not just making it to the Olympics was hard, because we had to go through so many tournaments. Like, not only did we have to be the best in the United States, but we had to go to Argentina and place top 2 at the Continentals in order to get our spot in the Olympics. And I ended up doing that, and that's how I got my spot. Called my family, and they were all happy. And as I was at the Olympics, they were back home having watch parties, and I saw it all online. Everyone was going crazy. I went back home, and they threw a parade for me, gave me the key to the city, like all that. It was just like kind of like a life-changing situation. So.
Now you're from Kansas too, right?
Yeah.
Were you familiar with Alan before in the amateurs?
Yeah, I've been knowing Alan since he was a little kid. He's still like a little baby to me.
Bigger muscles, huh?
Yeah, he's just taller than me now. I've been knowing him for a minute. I watched him grow up and fighting and stuff. So.
Okay, you guys have any stories together growing up? You'd like to share?
Not really. We just fought, cause he's 3 hours from where I'm from. Okay. So like we'd see each other at fights and stuff, but like the way it was is we fight, and then everyone does their own thing, you know. Like I know we'd fight, and then right after all of my teammates fought, boom, we'd dip. You know, and as for them, I don't know what their team was. They had their own team. We had our own team. So, but yeah, we didn't really start like I've always known who he was, obviously, but we didn't really start communicating until like a little bit last year. And then I went down to Wichita to go do a camp with his dad. And so yeah, and then here we are now.
Now, Nico, you haven't had a fight in a while, right? Can you explain that a little bit, boxing wise?
I was just kind of under a contract and that I wasn't really able to get out of, but I actually had to buy out of it, so I'm out of it now, and I actually have a bare knuckle fight coming up. Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be October 10th, and it's gonna be no gloves. You can wrap right here under your knuckles, around your wrist and your thumb. But yeah, like it's gonna be 5 rounds, 2 minutes. it's like a circle ring.
Like a pit?
It got ropes, but it's circle.
Okay.
So yeah, and I don't know. It was just something new, and they contacted me, and it was some decent money. So I was like, okay, I don't see me having any problem standing up and throwing my hands with anybody that's the same size as me, and that's kind of what I was born to do since I was 9 years old. That's what I was taught to do is stand up and throw my hands. So I know I'm fighting an MMA fighter, but you know, MMA fighters don't got hands like me. So
I
I'm
agree
not
with
worried
you.
about it.
Andy, so is there any difference in the training? I know you're experienced in different combat sports. As far as Nico's, you know, kind of transitioning as a boxer to bare knuckle fighting, is there any huge difference or kind of the same thing?
I mean, from my limited knowledge and observations within bare knuckle fighting, it seems like it's just there's more opportunities for each fighter to really hit each other because of the lack of really the surface area. Because obviously we have a boxing glove, it's 8 ounces. There's some surface areas, and you can block some of that. Then you got an MMA glove. It's about, I believe, 6 to 4 ounces. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, there's still a little bit of surface area. Now we have the whole intricacies of a bare knuckle match, which is literally you just you just tape over, right? You just
Yeah, I mean, it's like it gotta be like an inch under your knuckle.
there you go. And so
your
you're
knuckle and around your wrist.
yeah, you're talking about now a match where there's literally no surface area. It's just literally the knuckles that is going right into contact. So the likelihood of like any sort of defense, other than head movement, of course, but any sort of like blocking, most likely is not going to be very effective. So from that whole observation, you know, the harder puncher is going to win, the faster puncher is going to win, and that's Nico right there.
Especially with Andy and Glory working with him. Got two of the best on the team.
That's right.
So what? Can you explain a little bit of that decision, working with Gee and Andy?
Yeah, actually, I've got in contact with. Well, Alan's actually been trying to drag me down here for a minute. No, I actually got in contact with my boy Karlos and Jose Balderas.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, they got me in contact with Gloria and stuff. And she talked to my father, and somehow they just made it happen where I'm able to come down here and train with them. And Gloria, she's like our coach, mother.
They stole my mom.
Tell your best day,
So
time
that's-
of the day.
That's why they shipped you out to
yeah.
Mexico, Roxy?
They stole my mom.
She inherited 4 brothers.
But no, yeah, she's a great cook. That's definitely my favorite time of the day. Is, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We be training hard, so she be making sure our bodies are keeping up with the right food and stuff.
What's your favorite dish that Mama G cooks?
That's a hard one. I like all the food she cooks.
He hasn't tried all of them, I don't think yet.
Not
He
yet.
still got time.
I like them all.
So
far.
that's how she bribes you, huh? You gotta wait for that other dish.
Hey. All right. Is there any rules in bare knuckles? Like, can you go to the floor? Or is it just standing?
It's just stand up. It's just like boxing. Just taking off the gloves. I think you can grab behind the head a little bit, but not for too long.
Okay. No Conor McGregor.
No hammer fist. Nah, it's just boxing, standing up without the gloves, and no ground game.
Okay.
So I ain't really too worried about it.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you have a prediction for that fight?
I don't really have a prediction.
Knockout.
But I definitely don't. I definitely don't let it. I plan on letting it go 5 rounds because we don't get paid for overtime. So trying to get in there and get out as soon as possible, and keep my face pretty.
God.
Hey, he's fighting someone who looks like Michael B. Jordan. I'm not even playing.
way.
I swear.
Is there any? I'm pretty sure you get the boxing versus MMA comments. Does that play into your mind in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, people talk a lot of stuff about it, but I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of confidence because I feel like MMA fighters don't have the stand-up game that boxers do. So I have a lot of confidence in this fight, and I'm not really worried about it at all. Besides maybe getting cut, but
I can pretty much answer that. It's easy. MMA versus boxing. MMA, what I've seen is they're strikers. Strikers, they take one big shot. Boxers, we teach a lot of catch and counter. So we can counter those punches. He throws a big right hand, we're going to come back with that one shot that's gonna be devastating. You know.
I think my head movement's gonna be too good for him too.
Did you catch the Paulie Malignaggi bare knuckle fight?
Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that. I actually thought he won that fight.
Yeah.
So
I kind of thought so too. It was close, but we know Paulie doesn't really have that knockout power. So
Paulie ain't Nico. So I'm a dog when I get in the ring. You know what I mean? So.
I'll pose this question for anybody that wants to answer. What are your guys' thoughts on, fans of boxing and MMA? They do say that boxing, once you take a loss or a second loss, you're kind of discounted. And in MMA, it's a little bit different. If you take a loss, you're still in the game. Your fans still kind of support you, whether you win or lose. If anybody wants to answer that.
The pressure's on me. Why don't you answer that, Roxy?
they're like, none of us have
me-
I
lost.
seen his face and he wanted to answer.
Yeah, he
I-
did. He wants to answer.
Personally, I think that that a loss in boxing is gonna hit you harder than a boxer is gonna take a loss harder than someone in the MMA does. Obviously, both people are gonna take it hard, but because once you take a loss in boxing, people look back at that. Like, for example, someone that takes when Mike Tyson took his first loss, like, everybody looked at him like, man, like, it changed everything. But he might have lost a couple of fans after that. But say we look at Conor McGregor, after he lost to Khabib, he still has a lot of fans. People are like, there's always that, oh, well, they don't have gloves on, or da da da, or oh, he got hit with this shot, or like it. I'm not gonna say there's much more excuses, because that's not the word, but like, you do have stand up, you do have floor game, but there's more opportunity to lose in UFC MMA. So I do think that boxers get more criticism for a loss than MMA fighters do. What do you guys
I
think?
do want to try an MMA fight one time too.
Me too.
Wait a minute.
I'll stick to boxing.
Yeah,
That's
but
something new for me.
I
I
wrestled a
just
little
didn't-
bit. I got a little wrestling background from
Oh,
high
yeah,
school,
that's
so
right.
I'm not too bad at wrestling. I feel like I could do it.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, for example, in MMA, if a fighter taps, that's kind of more acceptable than somebody in boxing, like, quitting on their stool, right? Like, we saw what happened with Julio Cesar Chavez the last time with the supposed broken nose. Everybody was on his case, right? But as far as, like, MMA, when somebody taps, they're just like, oh, that's part of the
Because
game.
like their arms like back to their neck and stuff. I mean, it makes sense.
I think it's all about the culture of things, because within the history of boxing, and obviously within recent eras, like we had Mayweather. Mayweather really brought the culture of making sure that zero that they have is of the utmost value. And Alan provided a very good point. Within MMA, there's just so many variabilities within combat in MMA. You can get tapped out, you can get knocked out, you can get TKO'd. You can get stuffed. You can get wrestled. You can get wrestled and completely decisioned out. You can just get stuffed and transition after transition. So there's so many variables in MMA. A loss is a little bit more forgiven, I guess, in that sense. So it's just mostly about the culture and the audience that was growing up with those cultures of boxing and also MMA.
And then you got those crazy fans that just want to see blood.
Yeah.
They
True.
like you because you can bleed nice.
So, Andy, if Roxy comes up to you and says, hey, train me for an MMA fight, would you do it?
So what do you think?
Let's talk to your mom.
I'm looking at him. Let's take care of-
Let's talk to your mom first.
My partner knows me well.
All right, let's talk to Rox. He's been a little quiet. They're gonna
En
focus
español.
on en español.
No. Español ahorita no, por favor. Ay, no.
¿Alguna que otra pregunta?
Una que otra. Okay. Roxy, we know that you were in Mexico for a minute there. How was that experience out there?
It was amazing. I was able to see my family I haven't seen for a while, and I hadn't visited in a while. I mean, I used to live there when I was younger, so it felt good to come back, and like I felt like I was home, like I felt comfortable. I mean, I did kind of step off on the boxing a little, like I gained some weight. Let's just put it that way. But I mean, I was still able to work out there. I had a gym there. I mean, during Corona too, it was kind of hard, but during the pandemic, like I had a private gym to train at. I was still keeping in shape, you know, and it was a different experience, and I felt the culture is different. I mean, I love it. Like, you know, it was fun. It was hot though. Oh my gosh, felt like Florida.
So I'm sure you got a great trainer, and I'm sure he's gonna, you know, whip you back into that fighting shape that you want to get on. What are some of the goals that you have for 2020? What are some things that you want to accomplish?
Wow, that's so the goals I do have, like, it just depends right now because I'm in a situation. I mean, I can't really speak on it, but like, you know, I have opportunities and different opportunities that they're offering me, but I'm still debating on what to do. But I do know I want to put myself out there more. I want to advertise myself more, get sponsorships, commercials, stuff like that. Like, you know, things to put me out there, you know, to show that women's boxing, you know, is becoming bigger, and I want to be a role model to women, to men, anything, like everyone that's in combat sports. You know, I want to be a role model to them, and that's one of my goals that I really want to do.
You want to be in the Sucaritas, right?
Yes,
you said that last time. Before we move on to your next question, Chris, let's send some shout outs to the people here in the comment section. Shout out to Lily from Chicana Boxing. She's excited to see you, Roxy.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
Israel Villa says Lakers won.
Hey,
go.
that's one of my coaches, man.
Shout out to John Silva. He
He's very
says
funny, man.
John Silva says Alan is a legend. Hey, wanna know, guys? Wanna know? Somebody says Alan's big head. Hey, shout out to that guy.
That's my brother.
Shout
I
out
know
to
that's my brother.
He's like, I know who that is.
Someone asked.
gotta be family. It's always family.
Where did it go?
Israel's like he's my cut man / coach. He helps with a lot in life, boxing, all that.
Yeah, I saw a meme that like only in Latino cultures like do they give you the nickname of the thing that you're most insecure about.
Okay, I have a good one.
Okay.
He hates when I call him kid. Kid. And he's like, stop calling me that. Stop calling me that.
Call me a
In
man.
LA, everyone uses that word.
A few months later, we're calling him Kid Kansas. That's his
Kid
nickname
Kansas,
now.
yeah.
That's his fight name, Kid Kansas. So we
see
were
all those
reading that the
hashtags,
other day.
yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
The Mexicans have the worst insecurity and make it their nickname, like Gordita, Flaca, you know, like Flaquita.
Morenita, yeah. for real.
Or
Man.
bonita.
So Roxy, one of the you said you want to be like an ambassador, you know, a role model for women's boxing. One boxer that just retired, you know, graciously was Cecilia Breakus.
Oh.
Were you guys
She retired?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I've been out this boxing world for a minute.
Yeah.
But wow.
So what do you, if you know her? What are your thoughts about her? You know what she meant for the sport. Anybody can answer this as well.
No, yeah. She was a good fighter. I really liked her. She was very you know, she brought like more empowerment to the women's boxing, you know, like a lot of people didn't know about her because, you know, it was women's boxing was starting to get a little bit more bigger kind of like during the time when she was already kind of gonna stop already. But I think she was a great fighter, you know. She always kept a positive mindset, you know. She was always like humble, gracious, exactly. And like that's what I think about her. I mean, I don't mind her retiring or like still in the game, but if she wanted to retire now, that was her decision, and she did a lot for women's boxing. She opened the doors for a lot of us, like for a lot of us to show our talent, and other people like, oh, women's boxing, let's watch it. You know, she opened the doors for us, and yeah, I think it was a good age for her to retire. You know, and let the younger ones come up.
Yeah. When you see women, some of the active women now, you know, the Kelly Mayer, Jessica McCaskill. What are some of the things that you see in their game? Maybe some of the things that they're doing for their marketing. What is something that you take away from that?
That I take away from it, meaning like what I would do.
Yeah.
So for them, like I noticed that they advertise themselves, but still, I don't know how to say it, like in a way to make it like a sentence. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I got camera shy. No, but no, yeah.
Look away, guys. Look away.
Yeah,
You're
please.
shy.
Don't look at the camera. No, but yeah, I really like that. They're also opening doors. That generation is where like people are starting to pay attention to it more, and I feel like with me, like I'm gonna try to market myself in every single aspect, meaning every continent. You get what I mean? Like bring both sides. Like you have like Latino people, you have, you know, American people, you have people all around the world that like watching boxing, and I feel like if I could bring myself out there, expand myself in every place. Like I think that's something that I really want to do. I don't want to just focus here in the U.S. I want to focus in other parts of the world as well.
Okay. And we know that Olympics was, something that you wanted, that you were striving for. I'm sure you saw Nico and you're like, man,
I know.
Experience that. Is that still in the plans?
So yeah, it's still in the plans right now. I'm debating. Like I'm not gonna turn pro. So if anyone's asking, no, I'm not turning pro yet. But I have different opportunities. But I want to plan on waiting another 4 years and build my resume. Like I said in a previous podcast, I want to build my resume and get more international medals, travel more. And by the time I turn pro, women's boxing is going to be even bigger, and I'll probably get a bigger paycheck as well. But like I was like Nico, like that's something. Even going to the Olympics, even going to the Olympic trials is hard. Like it took a lot of work just to get for me to even get to the trials. Like so many fights, and he went to international after he won the trials. He went to international. He went to the Olympics, the continental stuff like that. Like it's a lot of work, and like I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But yeah.
What would you guys talk about? Like, what kind of advice do you give her, Nico, when it comes to like Olympics and all that she has to deal with?
We haven't really talked about it too much, but it's kind of why I'm here too, because Alan, he looked up for me. He looked up to me for a minute. I don't know if he still does or not, but
No, he looks down on you.
The tables have turned.
yeah.
Hold on, Nico. Hold up, man. Are you a Celtics fan?
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here.
Man, Israel out here
Trying to go home.
Israel.
We would have known.
Is that Israel talking again? I know it's Israel talking again.
They all right.
Wow. Just
Put
wow.
him on blast, huh?
Let's go.
Get kind of your friends.
He trying to get me kicked out of Cali already.
I was just gonna say that.
It's like, it's funny because you normally think it's the anonymous people that are the bullies, right? But it's really your closest friends.
Yeah.
You get you on camera like on the spot. Man, so I'll ask, what are some shout outs that you guys want to give out? People close to you.
Just shout out to my city, Wichita, Kansas. Shout out to my family, my dad, Luis Hernandez, Coach Israel Villa, the smart aleck that's talking on there. Shout out to Coach Andy, Mama G. They put in a lot of work for us, and they make sure that we're on top of things and just keeping us on track, keeping us out of trouble.
Yeah, there you go.
I just want to thank all of them and appreciate you guys a lot, because I had to get out of Kansas for a little bit and come down here and just to get my mind right and stuff. And
Hey, there you go.
they're definitely helping, so I appreciate you guys.
Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, my turn. I want to give a special shout out to my parents, my state, city as well, everyone that supported me. Everyone out there that messaged me after my fight. Thank you guys. I also want to give a special shout out to my team, and also for Mark, who's not here, but he is one of my strength and conditioning coaches as well. But special shout out to Sparmat, special shout out to Drive LA, Daniel Whitney. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. Andy, Mama G, I appreciate everything you guys have done for me ever since I got off that plane. Since I landed here in LA, it's been a crazy journey, but we're going through it together. We captured our first victory, first of many more. We put in, only we see the countless hours and every drop of sweat that we've put into this work, and so that's why I feel like it's much more emotional for us after I got that first W. It's because we know what we did to deserve it. Like, all the haters are like, oh, why are you going to Mexico to do this, that? Like, they don't see the inside. They don't see the intel.
Wait, is somebody cutting onions in here?
But we know the work we put in. We know the grind that we got. It's grind harder, starve, and we definitely not starving. We feasting over here eating tacos. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for everything. But yeah, thank you guys for everything. Special shout out to my sponsors once again. Yeah.
And shout out to Against the Ropes podcast too. I appreciate you guys.
There you go.
Let's send some more shout outs.
Is it taking me back to Mexico? No, but it's my turn.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to thank, obviously, my mom. She she gave birth to me, so that's something different that they don't have. That's kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think she's been liking Alan a little bit more lately.
Oh.
I know.
You had to go
Hey, I was-
there. You had to go there.
Hey, in my defense, I was in camp. I needed
And I
you know, I
was
needed
too.
the attention.
I
No,
was
but I'm
kidding.
in fight camp.
What's his nickname in the house, Roxy?
Wait, what's his name?
Your Highness.
Oh, Your Highness. Your Highness. Man, it's like they stole my mom. Like, I don't even have my mom no more. I have to go to my sister. I have to go to my tias because my mom's gone.
Roxy even has to sit in the back seat.
I know. I'm
In the
like,
car.
wow.
Hey, they're keeping you safe.
Yeah. She's a team player. She knows when someone's in camp and it's their time, and she knows to stay because she's very high maintenance. And my line,
That
guys.
is not true.
And my line, Alan.
Hey,
Very high maintenance.
Hey,
Are the Lakers winning again?
Chella says speak with your chest, Nico.
See, it's always the families, you know. It's my little sister.
Mejores familias,
Yeah. No, but I really want to, thank everyone. I want to thank my family, my friends, like all my fans that have been supporting me. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Erica. I want to thank Mark. Obviously, they're not here. I wish they were. I want to thank Sparmat as well. Carlos from Sparmat. He's been knowing me since before I was born. He knew my mom, and he's always been there. And like, I really appreciate him, things he's done for me. He's opened doors for me as well as you guys. Like, I'm happy that I got to see Andy, and I'm glad I got to see them as a team, grow as a team. I knew them when they weren't even a team. When me and my mom just came to go train with them for strength and conditioning, I never thought it would be something bigger and become a team. And like, I'm happy that happened because it's like I feel like they're family. Like they are my family. And then I got inherit 4 brothers, which is very rare. We just adopted them from Kansas. Santa Rita, so
They're sending them from Kansas.
Brothers from another
Any
mother.
more talent in Kansas? Come on down.
I know. She's obsessed
Alan's
with
like,
Kansas.
no, there's only 4 chairs at the table. We're ready 5 of us.
I know, but and it's good that I get to build relationships with them. It's something I never had. I never really had my brothers around, so this is like my annoying brothers that I never got to have. I'm like the little sister, but I can't wait to see what comes out of this. And I want to thank you guys for always inviting me to the podcast. This is like my 4th time? My 4th time on this podcast, and I appreciate
You got Andy by 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you.
He's gonna come back another day.
And
She's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna tell
come
you
back
guys.
all by myself. I'm gonna drive over and be like, you better do an interview with me right now. But yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you guys, everyone. I want to thank God especially too for everything He's done for me.
There you go. Anything else?
I want to ask. I know you touched on the criticism that fighters get fighting in Mexico. I just went a couple weeks ago to Mexico with some of the Long Beach guys, and they had some of the same criticism.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it wasn't no easy fights. I mean, those guys are out there. That's their livelihood. Those wins that the guys from Long Beach got were pretty tough to get. They did go 6-0, but it was no easy walk in the park. They had to earn.
I was watching. Yeah, I seen that. Little do these boxing fans know or critics know that, man, those Mexicans come to fight. Like
They got hard.
you gonna hit them with some stuff and they gonna keep coming.
They're gonna
you
eat
know.
them like, ooh, that was nice.
Yeah,
breakfast.
like I was hitting this dude with some hard shots. Like if you watch the fight,
gunshots, bro.
yeah, man, I was hitting him in the body, pop, pop, and I was like, man, he is not going down. But yeah, I know a few of the guys are under 18. I don't know what they expect us to do. Like after this whole COVID thing, obviously the promoters and stuff are more focused on getting the big names back in. Like for example, PBC's having a card where it's like 5 championship bouts, all on one card, and so we're doing what we got to do to continue our career. Some of us can't even fight in California because we're not 18 yet. I mean, there's always gonna be haters. There's always gonna be doubters. Some people want to see you doing good, but never doing better than them. So we're doing what we gotta do. I'm looking to fight in the U.S. soon, though. Even if it's not in California, we're looking to fight in the U.S. soon. But just let everyone keep hating, because I'm gonna keep winning.
Yeah, there you go.
We actually took 2 dates, November and December, and I said yes to them. And we were so excited. He even shared some cookies he had, was like saving, they're like expensive, and we just like opened and started celebrating. And then he said, "Wait a minute." He goes, "It's in California," and I was like, "You're right. You're only 17. You can't fight." So
It sucks to be young, huh?
I'm good though.
Oh no.
so that was a killer.
So guys, what are some dream venues that you guys see yourselves fighting in maybe 7 years? Or what's a place that you guys want to fight in?
Maybe the MGM Grand for sure. Staples Center. There's a couple
Yeah.
of them. MSG.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty much it.
I want to fight at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, and I'll end up in Frisco. I want to fight in Frisco, Texas too. I like that one. But yeah, I mean, you know, the MGM Grand, Staples Center here. Wherever the money's at and wherever the right fight's at, that's where we go. You know, we're doing what we gotta do. So, yeah, pretty much wherever the money's at, that's where we'll go fight. I'll fight. I do want to fight in Kansas though. I want to get one
Hometown
fight in
fight?
Kansas.
Okay.
Hopefully, like Nico brought. You know, he's brought a lot of fans out from Kansas. So, yeah, hopefully, if the opportunity ever comes to fight in Kansas, I'd definitely take that one.
Hey. Well, you
Oh.
Roxy.
So obviously, obviously my hometown is in Los Angeles, so I want to fight in the Staples Center or the
Okay.
Forum. Like that's really
There you
something
go.
I want to do. Like and West. Oh my gosh, here goes my Spanish community. Also too. Oh my God, they changed the name to it. I forgot what it was called before.
The
Dignity
Dignity House Sports Park, but the StubHub, the StubHub. But I want to fight in those. Yeah, the Home Depot Center. But also too, I do want to fight in New York as well. I also want to fight just one time out the country. You know, something like maybe in the United Kingdom or something big where I'm fighting someone internationally, someone from another country, and we fight in another country or the Middle East or something in Dubai, something different. You know, like that's something I do want to do. I like fighting. I like traveling a lot, so that's something. I love being out the country. I love it. So that's something I do want to do.
You just love being away from me. That's what.
That is not true. You're coming with me, aren't you?
That's okay. I inherited 4 sons.
Wow. See, she just got rid of her daughter. Like, she's nothing no more.
Hey. All right, Nico and Alan, what's something that people don't know from Kansas?
Well, what she had to learn was that
There's
Man.
nothing wrong with
is
that.
that we got a lot of cows out there, and it smells
Oh,
like she'll tell you. You know you're home. You know I know I'm home whenever I smell the cows, and she'll tell you straight up, you're gonna
I
smell
can
the
still
cows.
smell it from California, from
Yeah,
Kansas
man,
to
it's-
California.
But one thing, what's something they don't know about Kansas that? Oh, we got
The
hills.
Wizard of Oz.
Was it about?
Oh yeah, Wizard of Oz.
Everybody brings that up when I tell them I'm from Kansas.
Yeah,
What do they say?
I bought
Honey
Alana a pair of red
Kansas.
shoes.
yeah.
Follow the yellow.
But a lot they don't realize that there is a lot of talent in Kansas.
Yeah, we just don't really get a lot of exposure, you know.
Yeah.
We don't really have big cities like over here.
Mhm. How hard was that decision to leave your hometown?
It wasn't very hard. It's just it's just something I had to do, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in order to kind of get out and just get my face seen again and stuff, and just kind of get out there again. So.
Alan, not hard at all to leave?
Nah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't hard at all.
I
Nah,
was trying to find a way out.
I'm young. You know, obviously I miss my family. I miss my siblings. You know, while I was in camp, I did face some issues. I lost a family member, and then I lost a really close friend. And due to me being in camp, I wasn't able to go bury my friend. But you know, rest in peace, Aaron. But it's hard, you know.
I think one of the things that they don't know about Kansas too is that I live in a city. I don't live on no farm. So
Oh yeah.
everybody asks me, they're like, "Do you live on a farm?" Like, no, I don't live on no farm.
But how big is the city? Is it the size of like a little San Fernando here or something?
And then
Dude,
what
they
I,
have
Biggest
street
my high
lights.
and what I do like about Kansas is like I can get from one side of town to the other side of town in like 25 minutes. Over here, you're stuck in traffic for like half your guys' life. I don't know how you guys
That's
It is
true.
so, that's not,
That's a
am I
fact.
lying? The traffic is not even close to what it is, right?
Right now, it's not even
It's-
Not even
close.
bad.
Not even bad at all. I enjoy
We're
that
used
traffic.
to it.
No,
Come
the
on.
traffic's not bad. It's just the distance.
Is-
And that's only a little bit of LA. He hasn't seen
Yeah,
he hasn't
yeah.
went from one part of LA to he hasn't went from San Fernando all the way to where near Anaheim. He hasn't done that whole thing, the whole LA.
So yeah, if I'm at home or something, I need some backup or something. I'll call somebody like, hey, you need to come over here right now.
I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Alan says I'll be there in 3 hours.
Israel says, that's the smell of money. The cows, I suppose.
Alan told me that. You smell that money? I said, what money?
That's pay right there. They pay you good if you're working over there.
That's paying Mexico too. The smell of cows.
All right, I think this is a good time to do the trivia,
I
Chris.
think so.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna give you guys some questions.
Man, I'm
The three
look,
fighters.
Man,
School was a long time ago. And I'm sorry, but
I wasn't very good in school either. I've
I'm
been
not
getting
good
punched
at
in the head
watching-
since I was 9 years old.
We can do boxing and non-boxing.
I
So
do
I'll throw some
non-boxing.
random questions.
I'll throw mostly boxing.
So the rule is first one to ding your bell gets the answer. If you answer wrong, somebody could steal it. Sorry, you guys cannot participate in this one. Or should they? Should we allow them to?
Yes.
All right, let's put it like this.
Yeah.
We go like this, okay?
First round, you three, Nico, Alan, Roxy, and then in the final, you guys will face them because they're
Did we
OGs.
win something?
All right.
Yeah, you guys will win a shirt or a hat. All right. So OGs, you guys are in the final automatically.
Okay.
Chris, are you gonna help me out with some questions here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some random ones.
I'll start with the question. Okay, ready?
Ready.
What boxing weight class is heaviest? Gotta wait for all the answers. No.
You gotta answer now. You gotta answer now.
201 plus.
So no, I was gonna give you guys options. So I was gonna see.
Oh,
You guys have to pick one. So what boxing weight class is heaviest? I'm gonna give you 3 options: featherweight, flyweight, bantamweight. That's Nico.
Featherweight.
Yeah, there you go. 1 point.
All right. Keep
Keep score.
Nico won.
Yeah.
Nico 1.
I hate losing, but whatever.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit tougher. How old was George Foreman when he became the oldest heavyweight champion in the world?
33.
Nope.
You guys understood?
50?
Close? Nope.
53, 51. No.
47.
I'll give it to Nico as the closest. 45.
Oh, man.
Should we give it?
Should we give it to him, or does that have to be?
Should we give it to him?
No, he was 5 years off. Or 4 years
Yeah, it was
off.
2 years
I
off.
was
2 years off. Yeah, 2 years off.
Give it to him.
All right.
Nico still by 1.
Yeah, man. They don't want to see me win.
I'm gonna hit you with these guys quickly. All right. How many colors are in the rainbow?
Oh,
5.
13.
7.
7.
Nico, 2 points.
2
There you
points
go.
to Nico.
Nico.
All right. Name 3 current Mexican boxing champions. Nico,
Canelo Alvarez.
1.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right,
Who was that?
Me.
Roxy.
Mikey Garcia, Canelo, and Munguia.
Mikey Garcia, Canelo Munguia. Does Mikey have a title?
No, because he moved
He
up.
lost it. Yeah, he moved it, but he didn't lose it.
Oh, he moved.
Okay, so.
No, he beat Sergey. He beat Sergey Lipinets.
Yeah, but he moved up.
Did he vacate?
No, he didn't. You gotta search that up.
Cause he
Name
fought
another
at- he
one
fought at
right now, and I'll give it
wait,
to
he
you.
fought at 154, so he left
Roxy,
147.
if you name another one, we'll give it
Canelo Munguia.
Canelo,
Three.
Munguia, and Ryan.
2.
Oh.
1.5.
Who can steal?
Alan.
You gotta name 3
Oh my
new ones
God.
though. You gotta name 3 new
Nobody's
ones.
liking you guys right now.
Oh,
seriously.
3 new
Leo
ones?
Santa Cruz? I don't
There
know.
you go.
Roxy got it. There you go. 1 point.
Leo Santa Cruz.
2 for Nico.
2
1
for
for.
Nico. 1
Roxy.
for Roxy.
And 0 for Alan.
All right, last one for me.
4 colors in the rainbow.
Oh, this is gonna be tough for you guys. Name 5 boxers from the UK. Let's say history.
Anthony Joshua. Oh my God, Jack. I forgot his Jack something. You have. You know why I give up? I can't.
Name 5 boxers from the UK.
George Cambosos.
No, that's Ozzy. That's Australian. Oh, he's from Australia.
I wouldn't know. Let us know in the comment section.
Kelly.
George
Lee,
Kelly.
Lee Selby.
Lee Shelby.
Joshua. Luke Campbell. Anthony Joshua. And
No, he stole my names right
hold
now.
on, wait a minute, hold up.
Come on, mate. Come on, Dosser.
Kel Brook.
He looks like Nico.
Brooke, there you go.
Oh, and
We're gonna
another
give
one.
it to him.
Wait, does that have to be boxing right now?
No, it doesn't.
Any.
Oh, and
Let's go, mate.
what's his?
Let's go, Dosser.
He's from the UK.
Let's go, you Dosser.
Oh, and Amir Khan.
My
Khan.
mom said that. He just heard her. You can't, Mom,
There you
please
go.
stop.
1-1.
1-1-2.
You can't ask boxer boxing trivia because they don't know.
Random, please.
All I know
Well,
is
this one's
the
a
hands.
general boxing one. You guys should know this. Which boxing promoter's favorite expression is "only in America"?
Don King.
There you go.
There you go.
Catching.
Oh, what's up, Nico?
Yeah, I'm out this game.
He said I'm
I
out.
have bad sports.
Ask her flavor of ice cream.
All right,
What's the bit?
let's do 3 more questions in this round, and let's see who gets it. All right,
Okay.
3 more questions.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Okay. Oh, she got it. That's
pedestrian.
fine.
Pedestrian
She wants to be
walk.
around people. Okay. Name one of the fighters that starred in the 1971 Fight of the Century. One of the fighters.
Wait, can you rephrase your question?
Name one of the fighters that fought in the 1971 Fight of the Century for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Oh, dang.
What are you talking about?
None of us know.
That's a hard one.
Lennox Lewis.
That's 71.
that's
He
like-
wasn't
He
even
is-
born.
I'll give you a clue.
Who's eight?
Known as the greatest.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
I said it first.
Roxy got it.
Two. They all have
Okay.
two.
All right, 2 more questions.
This is a tiebreaker.
All right. I'm gonna say a random one. If you guys remember, I said it. What is my last name? I snuck it in there.
Lopez.
Just because he's Mexican.
Garcia.
Yes.
Oh, for real?
She said for real.
Hey, we got the same last name. Do I get a point?
Roxy got 3.
Roxy got 3.
That's the
So that's
tiebreaker.
3,
Right.
2.
3, 2, 2.
That's the
One last one.
Then you're gonna have a tie.
I won. That's it. Final.
No, because I thought we was gonna ask some non-boxing questions too. No.
Yeah, come on. That's
That
the
was
next
not
round.
boxing one.
All right. Let's give them 2 more. 2 more non-boxing. Let's see if they can tie it or win.
I won though. Just saying the first round.
All right, easy one. Non-boxing. Who is the artist that dropped the song "Trolls"?
That's 6'9".
She got it. Easy.
It's Alan's
4.
favorite rapper.
What? No. Hey, I like him, but I like his music, but he's not my favorite rapper.
Okay, he said,
Now he's the
who's
hardest.
gonna walk you out on your
I
next
said
fight?
Hey, no, I said he gonna walk me
Don't
on in the
look at
future.
the
He
boxing
gonna
now.
he gonna pop up. All publicity is good publicity.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
4-2.
4-2,
I won.
no
I didn't thought I was gonna
Shoot.
lose, honestly.
She
Final
did.
round. Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the final round. Roxy qualified for the finals of the trial. She's going up against the OGs.
My sister just commented to stop shouting the answers. She did not. She did not give me the answers, Nani.
All right, so Roxy's going up against G
Love you.
and up against Andy. You ready, Andy?
All right.
But they don't want boxing.
All right.
You gotta do non-boxing too.
Okay. I'll do one boxing one. You guys should all know it. Everybody should know it. Canelo Alvarez signed a 5-year deal worth over $300 million with which sports broadcaster?
The zone.
Zone.
Yeah. That's Roxy.
1.
We rang at the same time.
No, I.
I
I think
think
she
she
won
ran
by like a
past it.
split second. Okay.
Mama's competitive.
Non-boxing.
Non-boxing. How many states does Mexico have?
33. 31. 30.
The very chance to answer.
36.
Mm.
It's just a
How many
guess then.
states does Mexico have?
Like, I'll say 27.
You want to try again, Roxy? Last one.
What did say
32.
32, no? 33?
Wait,
I
what?
was the
31.
closest. Who was it?
Which one is it? What's the answer?
34.
31.
Oh, close.
32. 32.
We'll give it to G.
Yeah.
It's
was it?
32, but technically it's like 31 plus 1
Oh,
because the
being,
federal district. So Mama G has 1, Roxy has 1, Andy.
0.
Hey, that doesn't count. He doesn't know Mexico.
Yeah, I don't.
That's cute.
I don't either. All right. You got any, Chris?
Boxing.
All right. You guys should probably know this one. What years did Lomachenko win his Olympic gold medals? He has 2.
ooh, there's 2. In 2000,
You gotta ring the bell.
12, 2016.
Anybody else?
2008, 2012.
2008.
Andy has 1 point.
2012.
Let's go.
Wait a minute. Okay, I messed up. 16 was Nico's year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Nico
Damn it.
didn't fight with Lomachenko.
He's like, I didn't see him there.
All right. What does Alan hate to be called?
Kid.
Kid.
I said it
I
right.
rang the bell first.
I think Roxy rang
I
it
rang the
first.
bell first, kid.
You're walking home.
He
2
said
points for
kid.
Roxy.
Nah, you know what? Like, it's not that I hate to be called it, but it's like
We say that in LA, though.
What does it bother me? What bothers me?
Kid.
No, what else?
Pretty Ricky.
Nah, Pretty Ricky's funny. That's another case. No, it's when they say my name like Alan.
Alan. He likes Alan.
I like Alan.
Well,
Yeah.
people say
I
Iyana. My
like-
name's Iyana.
I like the Spanish accent more, but I mean, it doesn't bother me. At first, it did bother me, but then I got used to it again.
I have
You're in
all,
LA.
I
You
have
know-
the
you-
messages to prove. He's like, I said, hey kid. And he's like, stop calling me that.
Alan, you know what bothers me more? When they forget my name, bro.
Yeah, I feel
When you sip
All
on
right,
power.
what's the score? What's the score?
Roxy.
Roxy's like,
1 and
one.
And 1. Okay.
1. All right.
All right.
Honest man.
All right. Pop culture question. Who did Forbes name the youngest self-made billionaire in 2019?
Kylie Jenner.
Yep. Damn.
3 for Roxy.
she gets it from her mama.
All right, let's do first to 6 wins. First to 5 wins.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. 3, 1, 1.
Okay. Another pop question. I think everybody should know this. Which actor voiced both Darth Vader and Lion King's Mufasa?
Oh crap! I forgot. I was gonna say Beyonce, but never mind.
That's where she has COVID.
She did the like.
Who rang it?
I didn't ring it. She did.
That one.
Miss
they
Know
won't
It All.
know. They won't
Okay,
know.
no, they're nodding. They don't know it.
Another pop culture.
How many states are in the U.S.?
50 plus one.
51.
Mama G got it.
She said 50 plus
No,
one.
no,
That don't count. She got stuck.
Well, you add it and it's 51 states.
Ready? Boxing question.
I gave up. Just kidding.
Name 2 other names that the Dignity Center has been called.
Oh.
Roxy.
You got the StubHub and you got Home Depot Center.
Yeah, that's it.
But you gave her those
4.
answers earlier.
No, I knew them already though. It's called the Dignity.
4
House
for
of
Roxy,
Center.
right? Yeah. 4 Roxy. Mama G 3. Andy.
1.
Hey, you can do this, baby. You can do this. You're down 1-3 right now, but it's all good.
Call it a comeback.
He said, "Do we have 51 states?" Yes, we do, Chris.
Which basketball team has the most championships?
Lakers.
I think Mama
Let me see. Go.
Lakers or Boston Celtics? The Bulls. No, Celtics. Celtics.
Final answer is
The Lakers. No.
Nico. Is that
The
right?
Celtics.
The Bulls.
Keep me out of this. I answer no more questions about
I think it's the Bulls.
Chicago Bulls.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Mama?
Don't hate me, Laker fans. I'm
Incorrect.
sorry.
Anybody else?
Boston Celtics.
Celtics.
The Celtics.
If you ring the bell, I'll give it to you.
Boston Celtics.
Correct.
you guys.
She cheated. That don't
Four.
count.
I like to
4, 1. Let's go, Andy.
She cheated. I basically won this whole thing, so let's get it go.
All right, ready? Who are the Lakers currently playing in the playoffs?
I've been away.
The Rockets.
No.
Rockets.
And we have a Winner.
She cheated.
OG Mama G takes
She
this
cheated
one,
with the
ladies
whole
and
Celtics
gentlemen.
thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Andy came in close second, but he couldn't get it done.
My defense is only science for me. That's it.
Yeah, no, Mama G came back. She was losing first round.
Hey, but
and
I
then she
had to
came
do
back.
that whole other trivia. So
You
I
have
didn't
to-
come on.
You have to let the young bucks feel like they're winning, give them a head start, and you just
Yeah,
go from there.
she cheated. Everyone in the comments, she cheated, right? Because everyone
Yeah,
knew.
we had to let the girl
Everyone
win.
kept saying Celtics.
No, it was a pretty tough trivia with the boxing ones. Some of them were old school, so you guys did a good job. Some of them were tough, so again, another round of applause. She's like mad. She was 1 point away from
I
winning.
won. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Hey. We got a special guest in the building.
We got Mrs. Thick Girl right here. This husky. Is it a girl?
Yeah, she's a girl. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Maybe what's the biggest, best advice you've ever been given? I'll start with you, Nico.
I really don't know. Does it matter from like who or just anybody?
Anybody?
Uh,
Or maybe something you've read, something that sticks with you, that you take with you in your boxing career.
Maybe Israel says some wise words. I don't know, not sure.
I don't know. They be getting on to me a lot. So they be saying all kinds of stuff to me. Really don't. I guess just as hard as you work, it's kind of going to be the outcome of whatever you're doing, no matter what you're doing in life. If it's boxing, being a doctor, going to school, just the work you put into it, that's what you're going to get out of it. So
Yeah, okay.
I guess, yeah.
Anything with that?
I don't know. I'm a thinking person, so I watch like a lot of videos of like motivation speeches and stuff like that. One that I like is that if you really want something in life, you gotta grind. You gotta wake up early. You know, rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. If you live on the West Coast and you wake up at 8 in the morning, you're already losing because on the East Coast the stock market's already been open for a few hours. You know, it's already 11 over there. You gotta stay dedicated to what you want. First of all, you gotta know if you really want it. You know, and when you know if you really want it, then you gotta figure out how you want it and how you're gonna get it. And so, yeah, it was like a little Steve Harvey speech. I really like that.
Oh, well, this one, like, it doesn't really, like, it's more of a thing where, like, you know I have talent. But I also work hard. You know that quote, they say hard work beats talent, but, like there's another one, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. So, like, as long as I keep working hard, I know I can get there because I do have talent. I was born to do this. I know I was. Like, I was meant to be something, and I just feel like I have talent, too, so that's a plus with me, you know? Like, I'm always staying humble, but at the same time, I know that I can become someone big, you know? And, like, it's hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And I've always liked that quote. Like, it just always stuck with me.
Hey, here you go.
All right, kind of. Oh, did you want to answer that as well? Or?
No.
Any
She's
quote
like,
as
I
a
give
coach,
advice.
have you guys
What's
been
up?
coaches?
Yeah, Andy got a lot of
You
good
know,
quotes.
I give them advice all the time, every day, and they probably like tired of hearing it. There's
No,
a
I
couple
was
of
like
things.
right now when she told me, she goes,
Don't
she
eat that
goes,
hot
you
sauce
know,
because it's
when
hot.
When I lost in the trials and like I was very devastated. She goes, you know, I'm not telling you to get over it, just get around it. You know, that's something that's good. You know, always, it's still gonna stick with me. You know, because that was a really hard loss for me. You know, like I was crying for days. Like I'm telling you, my eyes were swollen, but like I just had to get around it. You know, and I'm still alive. I'm grateful. I'm breathing. So that's the most important thing. It's boxing. You know, there's other tournaments. You know, you lose, you overcome it. You know, and I'm not gonna say it was easy for me to get over that loss because that was hard. Like I have good sportsmanship. It's just when I was by myself, like I was beating myself up. You know, but you know, I just feel like just to get around it and keep going. You have so many. You know how many world champions, lost in the amateurs, or didn't even fight in the amateurs, and they're world champions.
100%. And kind of switching gears a little bit, I'm gonna ask you, G. Can you talk a little bit about your newcomers, your new stablemates in the camp with Andy? I know you guys got the Balderas brothers.
Yeah. Sadly, they're not here with us right now. They had some business to attend to. They'll be back tomorrow. It's a blessing having all these great kids. I'm sorry, young men and ladies in the house, and it's just amazing. I when they don't realize it, when they're at the dinner table, I just admire their presence. Each and every one of them have a different character. They have their own stuff they're battling, and it's kind of like I look at every single one of them and I figure out a way to help them.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, like, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Like, if it wasn't for you, all you guys, my life would probably be boring, and I'd only have Roxy here with me.
Boring or something?
Listen. I would bore her because she's got a lot of pressure on her all the time. So it kind of gives us a closer relationship as well as, giving her that break and slowly letting her back into the boxing scene. But I appreciate you guys and the Balderas brothers. Shout out to them, to their family, their father and their uncles for trusting me and Andy with them. And we have fun in the house, It's like all we do is train, work,
Sleep,
and then
sleep.
sleep, and eat. But we all share like little stories or little things that we're going through in life, and they look up to us as not just trainers, but they look up to us as, I don't think I'll say role model because I'm not a role model, but for the security of giving them great advice, training them, putting 100%. I know for a fact my partner, Andy, puts in overtime. He goes to the gym 10 in the morning, he comes home at 11 o'clock at night. When they're sleeping, these guys are sleeping, I'm still working. So I know him and we make a strong team, a good team, a safe, I think they enjoy the hard work and the training, so, oops, not yet. We do have a strong team. You know what, I got distracted. What was the question? What was I saying?
Oh, talking about
To have them in the
Oh, the
house.
Balderas. Back to the Balderas.
and Nico
brothers.
as well.
And Nico. Nico is our is new. He's been with us for over a week, right, Nico?
Mm-hmm.
Over a week, and it's been fun having him. I'm still figuring him out and letting him be. I'm gonna let him be himself, and
The
he
mystery
pretty
man.
much had one-on-one time with me today, yesterday, and today, and I'm sure he showed me a lot of character in the gym. I appreciate that, and I know he's gonna work hard for us, and I know he works hard for Coach Andy, and Andy just makes it because he's like the big brother to all of them, so they all look up to him, and me they kind of like Mama G, like walk on eggshells sometimes, and I don't want that. I just want everybody to do well. And the Balderas brothers, they're very, very good people, talented athletes. As you know, Karlos, an Olympian as well. It's a blessing having all that talent in the house because now people are paying attention, like, well, what's going on here? You got all these superstars in this house. And then Alan, with his debut the other day, looked amazing. I mean, the kid couldn't look any better. Roxy,
The young man.
Overweight.
Roxy right here, a little superstar. She's gonna make a statement definitely in women's boxing in the near future, a couple years from now.
Just boxing in general. I don't even need to say women's boxing. Just boxing.
That's right.
Just boxing. Yeah, we're just gonna put that women's boxing aside and say this is a fight we must see. This is a fight everybody's gonna pay to watch. And I'm just looking forward to building our stable with Andy and getting these guys into world championship positions and bring on other fighters. Andy has a very talented, a very stacked, filled with talent, a bunch of athletes that we have brought in. We got Pacheco, we got Garcia, Rudy Garcia, we got the Balderas brothers, we got Nico Hernandez, we got Alan Garcia, we got Roxy, we got D-Rod and Cepeda and so on and so. Aaron Alameda is fighting for a world title with Luis Neri. Who else?
Santa Cruz.
Leo Santa Cruz. Oh my God, yeah, he's the king. I'm sorry, he's the multi-world champion. So, and then all his crew. So Andy right now is just there's stars all around him. So he's definitely gonna make a statement because of all these, superstars with us and stuff. So, yeah.
100%. Let's go to some questions here. When are Nico and Alan fighting again? Nico, you have a date, right? October. Bare
10th.
knuckle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wichita, Kansas.
Yes, sir. So that's bare knuckle championship, right? What's the name of the league?
Bare knuckle. Bare knuckle boxing. BKB is what they call it. Bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah. So is that gonna be pay per view or streamed? Do you know yet?
I think I'm not for sure, but I think it is on pay per view. I'm not sure how much it is and stuff, but I don't really know too much because they keep pushing my date and stuff back. So hopefully the fight goes through with all the COVID and stuff.
Yeah. And then
Guess
for
we'll see.
Alan, you guys are keeping that a secret as of now?
It's more like it's in the works. So.
Yeah.
But like we said, we're not hiding nothing. Once we get a date,
This year, maybe.
official. Yeah, once we get an official date, we'll announce it. So.
As soon as they know, they'll make it known.
He said, "You
Yeah.
know you're a boxer when you can't stop hitting the table." Because I was going like this.
You heard the bell.
Hey, they talk with their hands, man. Yeah, but let's give your last questions here in the comments section. Last shout outs before we let these guys go. And any last questions for you, Chris?
My question is directed at Nico. I'm sure, Mama G and Andy, they're gonna, help you out, make you better. What's something that you feel like you want to bring to the team?
Just dedication and pushing everybody else too. As much, I guess we all push each other, and I'm a hard worker, so I feel like as hard as I work, it'll just keep making everybody else want to work harder too. But I'm still trying to get in a little bit of shape, but I'm coming back too. I should be in some decent shape by next week, and I'm just ready to start sparring and doing all that fun stuff.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, that's for Alan. Alan, what's something that you want to show in your next fight when that fight does come? What's something that you want to give the people and show the people?
I want to show, I just want to perform well. I want to show that what my team does really, that it works. I'm not one to brag or anything, but since I came to LA, my body has changed. If you go look on my recent photo on Instagram, I look cut up, and that's not me flexing or anything. That's just me walking. I was walking my opponent down. I just want to show my skill. I want to show that I can be great. I want to show that I will be great. I also want to, just want to put on for La Raza. Just do my thing. But, there's nothing really in particular. I just want to keep building myself up, keep building us up. So.
There you go. And for Roxy.
Oh, what I want to bring to the table for my next fight?
Well, my question would be, what's when you do go pro, when that day does come, what's the thing that you want to leave? What's the change that you want to bring to women's boxing?
So, like I said in the trials, I lost, but I just want to. Why are you laughing?
I'm not smiling.
But I just want them to know that loss doesn't define me, and you guys they made me meaner and more hungrier for what I want. And something that I would leave in the amateurs and the pros is not losses because I'm planning on not to lose, but just keep working hard and keep going. It's a different game. It's a total different. How do you say it? It's a total different
Ballpark. Mindset.
Yeah, ballparks.
Environment.
You can say it in Spanish if you like.
I know, I was saying it in Spanish, but
Gotta get her to say something in Spanish.
no.
You're here for over an hour, not
Camera
one word.
No, and then I said pues, remember? And then, but yeah, I just feel like I just need to open my eyes and discipline myself more. Not with boxing. I've always been a hard worker. I've always trained so many hours a day. That's how I won all these tournaments because I was training so hard. But more with discipline, with outside of the ring. Like for example, my eating habits or something. That's something I want to change. I want to fix that because that's something that does backtrack me a lot, and I just feel like I need to start, working on myself with that.
Yeah.
That's
There you go.
Yeah.
Gio?
Um, Andy, I know you're excited to have a whole lot of fighters. I know you stay busy, like Mama G said, overtime, right? But what's something that you learn from being around them? I'm pretty sure you have a lot of great times and you learn a lot as well.
I learned that the next generation is just, they have unlimited potential. These young men and young lady right here, along with the other fighters that are in the stable, the Balderas brothers and all the fighters, and even future fighters. The future fighters that are coming up too, that are looking at Roxy and looking at Nico and looking at Alan from his pro debut and seeing his amazing performance. Like, even those young fighters, like, has a lot of potential. It's really amazing, and it's scary too, because we're just seeing a whole new wave. Like, this is the new wave right here. And they're very strong, very fast, very talented, under the guidance of boxing trainer Gloria. It's like, you're gonna see a different, you're gonna see I believe, a turn in the corner of boxing. More skill, more power, more speed, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah, I see you added Diego Pacheco. God damn, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary for that division.
Yeah, Pacheco is like a very talented young man. It's like, it's not so much his height, it's just his ability to balance and generate power also. Because what we see from a scientific point of view, individuals from that height, they don't really express or showcase that great of ability of balance and coordination. Pacheco, on the other hand, I saw him in camp. It was okay. It's like, despite the fact that he's extremely tall for his weight class, it's like he's literally showcasing coordination and also balance that is pretty unregular for that type of height. So that to me is also amazing. So like I said, it's just in this new wave. It's like they're kind of breaking boundaries and breaking barriers in the science world that I've studied. And I've seen the research papers. Like, wow, it's like, that's amazing. This is all amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely fascinating. And let's update people on your talk series once again.
Oh,
I know we
yes.
talked about it a little bit last time.
I'm going to be releasing episode 2 within this next coming weekend. I'll be discussing more about the fighter's mind, more of the psychology component on it. I know there's a lot of psychology and sort of mental obstacles that a lot of fighters commonly have, especially when in camp and also going into a fight. So I'll be just kind of going into a quick and brief overview on how we sort of diagnose and sort of break down the fighter's mentality and psychology, and how can us as coaches really just approach it in a positive manner to be able to kind of change that negativity, possibly that context of negativity, into positivity. So expect that on episode 2.
100%. Mama G, any updates that you want to give? Any last updates for the people? En
Roxy, le
vivo.
gusta comer muchos tacos con salsa.
¿Cierto o falso?
No, just pretty much that was it. What was the question again?
Oh, any updates? Any updates you want to give the people?
No, just looking to finish off the year with 1, perhaps 2 more fights with Alan, Kid Kansas. Getting Nico ready for his fight and possibly taking, another fight that, possibly offered. That's it. And bringing more talent to the stable. Andy still has a lot of room in his stable. So
100%.
letting people know that his system does work.
Yes. You want to give a shout out to the guy who wouldn't let you in the backstage because he thought you were the mom?
Which one? There was 2.
Oh, that was funny.
Shout out to the man that said only the boxer and the trainer can go in the dressing room. And Alan right away says, "That's my trainer." He says, "Okay, but only the person that's wrapping your hands can go back there." I said, "Man, let me through. I'm wrapping his hands too."
I was like, she's grabbing my hands.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him.
And shout out to everybody from Kansas who was tuned in here on the comment section. We'll try to shout all you guys out. Cameron's here. Keep making little Kansas proud. Shout out to you guys. They're asking if you're signed to Matchroom, Nico.
No, I had 1 fight with them. I'm not signed to them though. They're just the 1 fight deal.
Just to clarify that. That was Max Palacios asking. Shout out to Israel, man. Lakers all day, right?
There you go. I like that. I like this
here,
round.
baby.
So-
That Guachica said Kansas PP.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like playful, funny comments over here.
Unbelievable.
Y'all can tell Alan in
That's
person.
Kansas for you.
Shout out to Wichita. And what's your city, Alan?
Ulysses. Oh, it's not even a city. We call it a town. Ulysses, Kansas.
All right. There you go.
Southwest.
Shout out to all you guys, man. Send your last shout outs. Don't forget us, boys. Es Tacuache.
808 said he's from Texas, that one, Chris.
808. That's what it is. Can I give a quick shout out?
Yeah, go for it, guys.
I want to give a shout out to my stepdad. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Evelio.
Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
He's you know, they always say like, oh, some step parents ain't, you know, like they're viewed like bad sometimes. Nah, this guy's one of the coolest dudes out there. He'll game with us, you know, he'll kick it with us. He keeps, you know, my mom happy and my siblings happy. So once again, thank you, Julio, for always supporting, and happy birthday, man.
Hey.
Oh, my birthday's in 2 weeks. Sorry. Just September 30th.
Throwing a party?
No, it's going to be on a Wednesday.
Social distancing, remember?
That's right, that's right. We'll drive by.
She goes, just leave the gifts in the mailbox.
We'll throw the balloons and just honk. But Nico, any shout outs?
Shout out to Cali and everybody from here.
Say it. Shout out to the Lakers.
I mean, I ain't say all that, but nah, yeah. Shout out to everybody over here too. I met a couple people out here, and I kind of know a little bit of people out here too. So just shout out to everybody out here supporting all of us, and stay tuned, man, because I'm about to come and take over the 112-pound division in boxing.
Yes, sir.
That's
Laker
right.
style.
That's right.
Where can we follow you, Nico?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Nico Hernandez.
Yes, sir. Alan, shout out your Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
My Instagram is HESXX Alan, so he's XX Alan with 2 N's. I don't even remember my Twitter, but yeah, you'll find me on Twitter. I post a lot on Facebook as well, Alan Garcia, and you can also find me. It's like a new app coming in, and it's helping. It's gonna be the new way of training. It's called SparMat, and if you go on SparMat, you'll also find me on there. I will be posting more on SparMat. It's like a new way. It's gonna help
Sparring.
it's gonna help find sparring, training, coaches,
All around the
gyms,
world.
everything. Yeah, you know, it's gonna go from local to global real soon. So, yeah, you can find me on SparMat as well.
And there's MMA too in the SparMat. There's all combat sports is going to be on SparMat. So you have from anywhere from Brazil all the way to here. If you're in Brazil or something, you need sparring, you just search up your weight, your class, and it'll send you to a person in your weight class or somewhere in your experience and stuff. And I'm actually co-owner of the SparMat, so I'm a shareholder. So yeah.
Where can we buy
Hey.
So you know, I really want that app too. We've been working it for years. Karlos from Sparman, he's been working on it for so many years already, and it's finally coming to light. He's finally getting every little bug and everything on the website done, and I feel like it's gonna be something good for the world of boxing or just all martial arts and
Combat
but yeah,
sports.
all combat sports. But follow me on Instagram at Hook Roxy, Twitter Hook Roxy, Facebook Iyana Verduzco, and yeah, that's it.
Congratulations. Didn't know you were a shareholder.
Yeah.
It's dope. Yeah, we'll share it out more, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I've
SparMat,
gotta
right?
Start boosting it up. The Instagram for SparMat is just SparMat, SPARMAT, just SparMat.
There you go. Go follow, ladies and gentlemen. Nico, when is Nico boxing again?
We're working on it. It'll be after the bare knuckle fight, of course, and unless I find some kind of big deal before that. But I don't really have nothing planned, so
Stay tuned.
yeah, just stay tuned and
Opportunities
follow me on
in LA.
social media, and we'll see. I'll be posting and keep you guys updated. So
100%. Mama G, where can they follow you?
G
To
boxing.
McDonald's. No, so it's G Boxing 02. It's GE Boxing 02. Facebook, Gloria Alvarado.
She has two. One was hacked, so it's the new one where I'm wearing a red outfit and she's wearing a red shirt. So that's
Yes.
the Facebook.
Yes, that was at the Olympic trial thing. Yeah, and you can find me there. And at the gym all day long.
Any last shout outs?
Yes, I want to shout out Andy, my partner, the man. I want to shout you guys out for always inviting us
Hey.
back and giving us all the ladies of the boxing. We do watch. I do watch. I watch your stories all the time. Shout out to all our guys that are and girls that are working hard right now and gonna make noise in a few months. And Spar Matt, Carlos, my compa. Big shout out to him. Shout out
Okay.
to Daniel Whitney. He's a big part of our camp as well, as the sponsor. He takes care of our guy. MVP, our doctor. You know, shout out to him.
I
He's-
didn't think I would be able to go.
He's a
try.
very important piece of the circle, and also to Mark and Erica Sandoval. They can't be here today, couldn't be here today because they had other things they're doing, and the Balderas brothers.
Shout out to all of them, man. Special shout out to Sparmat. He broadcasted the fight live
Yes.
because those
Yes.
links were kind of
Yep.
buffering, loading.
Yeah.
I don't know, crashing.
Yeah, if you want to go watch my fight, it is on Sparmat on the IGTV. So yeah, go follow Sparmat.
Clutch. Andy, any last shout outs?
Um,
Where can he follow you as well?
They can follow me. I'm pretty much only active on Instagram, _Elite Smith. And shout outs, pretty much, it's going to sound like a broken record, but I was going to shout out to Gloria. It's my partner. Without her, it's like, you really wouldn't know where I'd be at. And shout out to the team, to the next generation, really. Shout out to these young individuals right here, and also the young individuals that couldn't be present today, because these are the future, and their future is not only in her hands, but it's also in my hands. So thank you for trusting me. I really, really do appreciate that, and we won't let you down. We're going to give our 300%, you know. And shout out to Daniel Whitney, great man, very, very, very supportive of our team. So shout out to him, and shout out to my assistant coach Mark, always helpful, always there every day, always in the trenches with me. So shout out to him. Shout out to Erica, also always in the trenches with me. It's like always very supportive. And yeah, shout out to every fighter in my roster that really just trusts me. It's like trust is like number one. Is always number one to me. So for them to put their trust in me, it's like I really do value that extremely high. So don't want to let anyone down.
Yes, sir. And Mireya says, I want a T-shirt signed from all the team.
There you
We
go.
can do that. We can arrange that.
My mama,
That's
love you,
his
mom.
Shout out to Maria Soto.
Shout out to you. Hello. Hola.
Yeah. Now, for me and for my part, just want to thank you guys once again for being here, taking the time. Just want to congratulate you guys on just being, extraordinary human beings. You guys are embarking on a sport that not everybody does. And you guys are carrying your guys' family's dreams, hopes. When you guys go up there, you guys are representing your guys' family. Not everybody can do that tonight, but you guys can. You guys carry, that fire. So keep up the good work. You guys are with a great team. We know that there's big things gonna happen for you guys in your guys' future. So just an honor to have you guys back. Roxy's an OG. She's been here 4 times. Alan's been here a couple
I
times.
feel old here, actually.
I'm sure we're gonna have Nico back as well. Get to know him even more. Get to know other facets of his life. And so just thank you for everybody that's tuning in. If there's people are tuning in, it's because they care about you guys. They're tuned in because they're supporting. They're joking, but they love you guys. And so we appreciate every single person that tunes in. Mama G's always checking up on us as well. We're checking up on her and stuff. So again, just an honor to have you guys here, and can't wait to see what's next for you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Sir, Lakers on 3, guys. Lakers on 3.
Sorry, Nico.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. You want to say something, Alan?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just,
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Make sure to follow us at againstdaropes on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. I know you guys were out there training. I saw some footage of you guys doing some sprints, right?
Yes.
Andy was killing you guys, and Gee over
That's
there.
it. No, that's
That-
Coach G. Yeah. I ain't that mean.
Yeah, man, we know you guys are working hard, and we wish you the best, Nico. Hopefully you get a big knockout.
Yeah,
Right.
you guys tune in because it's gonna be definitely gonna be exciting and definitely gonna be something a little bit different. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Alan, can't wait to see you again, man. I know a lot of people were tuned in. A lot of people were excited and ready to watch you fight, and you made them proud, brother. So congratulations.
appreciate it.
And Roxy, everybody knows you're a star. So we're just waiting for some big news.
Yes.
Right,
Big
Mama?
news coming, not soon, but I
Not
will
soon.
be a multimillionaire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, there you go. And
That's
then-
what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna manifest it right now.
There you go. You guys can rewind to this
Speak it
video,
into
man, when it
existence.
happens. And thank you, G. Thank you for bringing the whole squad over here. This is your home anytime. Andy as well. You know, Roxy got you by one, so whenever you want to
Alright.
tie up the
I
score.
guess I gotta catch up, right?
All right, we're getting out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, G, I owe you a shirt. Congratulations for winning the trivia. And we'll be back soon, guys.
I won. Whatever.
Peace out. We'll be back soon. Thank you very much.